Krishna's on there.
Hello.
Hola.
I need to get back over to comments.
There's no one in there yet.
I'm in the wrong neighborhood. But there's people in the eyeball. Watching. So today we're gonna learn together.
Yay!
So I have a bunch of foam strips over here that are part of a costume that I need to turn into chunks of bark. I have no clue what I'm doing. I did play with it a little bit and get a couple proof of concepts that I tried out on One Piece that you have.
Yes.
So I did play with some stuff and see kind of what worked. You can see like the eyes and that and stuff like that. So what I did is I heated it up and then I was using this roller here to kind of press it into that foam. I also took the razor blade and kind of cut up the edges, and I was using a mixture of paints and brushes to do like dry brushes and stuff. I like for the most part how it came out. The only thing I would say I would want more is I need to push harder on the roller. So I have a feeling what I'm actually going to do is ditch the roller handle and just use it like a pin roll. But I'm going to switch cameras here and play with a blow dryer more or less, so I will mute myself because it's loud, and you can talk about what is going on.
Alrighty, so we bring this up. And so the next thing that we are currently getting ready for this weekend, Sinister Creature Con. They're celebrating their 10-year anniversary in June. Like I've said last week, it's very convenient that basically Sinister is the same age as our kid because they're both 10, they're both in June, and it's pretty freaking awesome for us in that sense. So yeah, this weekend, June 21st and 22nd, we're going to be out there. Sack Geeks will be there. Holding Aces will be there. A lot of makeup artists are going to be there. A couple of friends that are normally in the chat but not in just yet are going to be models for one of the makeup artists, which will be kind of cool. And of course, if you guys know us, you know we're going to be there mainly for the cosplay competition. So be there to cheer us on and see what happens. It's going to be pretty good. We're making original characters. Bruce has made his with very little actual help. Hey, girl mode. So, yeah, and Jeff and I are still working on ours. And you know we don't like to reveal exactly what they are, give any real clues to it until we show up. So, guys, be on the lookout on Saturday of Sinister Creature Con. And then after that, we have Sack Geeks Geek Pride Market Night will be Thursday, June 27th at Lucid Winery. So it is going to be a fun market event with wine, food, and I'll actually be there at this one. So if you guys want to come by and just say hey to me, hi, Say Wong, go ahead and check us out there. And when you go to Sack Geeks Instagram, you can scan the code there that you see on the screen and you can reserve your tickets. So get them now, get them fast before they're all out for this month. We want to see you there. And then at the end of June, we will be at Nerdville in Watsonville, California, which is down in the Santa Cruz area. So we're going to go check that out. and see what that's all about. Want to see what new vendors there are, new cosplayers, and see what else we can see down there. And that about does it for me, honey. Are you set? He's muted, so I can't even. I can't hear him, even if he was to answer. I'm gonna have some deadness for a moment because I feel like I need to lock the door. There. All right, so back. For those of you who are just, oh, he's back. Never mind.
So I added some wood grain. The other one, I'm trying a different wood grain piece on this one. And then I think I might just do it quick. And the texture to match. There's, I don't know, you guys can't really see it until the paint comes in later, but it's, so what I'm doing is I'm heating up the foam, so the foam's more susceptible to take shape with the heat gun. And then I'm taking this is actually for painting wood grain on. You're supposed to just like barely roll it on there, and then the paint transfers over. I did it with her Trinity, and it worked pretty well. But there's also these other style ones which are meant for, they're also paint, but they're meant to be like drug, and you do it, and it creates a wood grain. We might actually use some of these later. But these are actually, these are what? That is center front. This is right next to it. So this would be like boob section and belly section, basically. So, and then we have armpit. And then we have, it goes into back, and then the mirror opposite of this, wrapping around to it. So, what is happening here?
I don't know. It looks like we're looking through the Venetian blinds. We're spying on you. Hey, easy money, what it do?
This is what happens when you have LED lights and HD cameras. They don't always communicate properly.
No, they're fighting cousins.
But you can kind of see the shadows when I hold it in certain lights. Look right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right there. Yeah.
On this side.
Yeah, I can faintly see some wavy lines. So I have the sample here if you guys kind of want to see what he's trying to do. And you can kind of see the lines here. This what he's trying to like create is that bark look.
Yeah, some depth. So I did play around with using a thinner foam and layering it on top. It did not stick worth a damn, and it did not look that great. So I think what I'm just going to do is do different versions of this roller moving around. And just keep going like that. First question for you guys, though. Where is he? Wait. This is the dog.
Oh, we can't see. It's too bright. It literally looks like a blob.
Yeah, it kind of does anyways. This is the dog. It's printed in white. So this is his head. This is also what we'll be working on next week. This is the dog, the fur that's going on the dog. Soft. I need a name for this dog. This dog has a very grim fate. This dog has been eaten by a werewolf. So I need a name for a dog, for a shepherd, the German shepherd that's been eaten by a werewolf.
So what would you name your German shepherd? Guys, gonna start thinking, warming up that brain, because of course I've got a Mad Lib that I'm gonna do within the hour.
Yeah.
Are you inclined to say why you're making that dog head?
Well, it's for a friend of ours, a horror movie. At some point, it looks like he most likely is going to be one of the first people we talk to on the show.
Oh yes, because we are planning on bringing guests onto the show eventually. And we've been in, or Jeff has been in talks with at least this person about coming on.
Couple people.
No, I don't remember exactly all who you've been talking to.
A handful of people. I can go over it later with you, but not really something we need to be talking about here.
Yeah, that's behind the scenes. Behind the scenes.
What are we naming this fella?
Well, Easy Money put Hansy. That's one of the ones that we've gotten here, and that's about it right now.
My suggestion, my thought was Killer, because they killed Killer Bee.
Killer's too on the nose.
But they killed Killer Bee.
Something like Fluffy, or
if Fluffy's not the Hound of Hell, the dog from Harry Potter. Killer, at least I'm going referencing all the way back into the freaking 90s.
Maestro.
My half-baked reference.
Wheelie. Kevin. Oh, Hansi. So it's supposed to be pronounced Hansi. Okay. I don't know. It's not my build, and it's not from my horror movie, so I don't know. But that might be it if no one else is being creative and have their juices flowing. I'm just going to jot a note down. There we go. While Jeff is embossing foam, I guess. Well, I would do the Mad Lib, but I mean, I'm not getting anyone really into the talking about names and stuff, so I don't know. Are we ready for that, guys, in the chat? I need responses. I had my W today. Did you? No, they're not a sponsor, but
when you hit your phone like this, keep it moving and be careful how close you get, because you can burn your phone.
Break our phone? Like break it, or does it like disintegrate?
you start seeing it get all shiny and crystal-y looking, you're right there.
Okay. Chat, are you there? Hello, chat.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, and I will be reporting remotely next week.
Yes, we just found out today Jeff has to go out of town for work training.
Ooh, that worked out real well.
We're here but preoccupied. Okay. A lot of multitaskers in the chat here tonight.
These two, which are the back two, I put the eyes on the edge and they line up pretty freaking nicely. Like they have a little offset, but that's kind of nice. So like instead of being perfectly lined up, they're just like yeah. It looks good.
All right. I don't know. The chat is not very
Vocal.
chatty today. So I don't know if the Mad Lib's gonna work out today. And if so, I can just save it for next week. Because everyone's listening, but they're not able to like respond.
Okay.
So I know no one else can really respond, but if you can, are you going to Sinister? And what are you going to be dressed as if you're dressing up? Like we said, we're not saying. Yeah, it seems that everyone's working or preoccupied, multitasking, so it's understandable for tonight. You're not dressing up, girl mode. I feel like I need to like give you something to wear or something. Even though if you're gonna be outside in June for the booth, gotta keep it cool. You're not going, Sewon? You probably gotta work, I'm sure. I'm sure that's what it is. Might be at I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. Offkai Expo. Did I say it right? Offkai. Yeah, like I said, Ashley, you guys need to have the pop-up tent canopy thing and a cooler with lots of ice. Oh, good, I said it right.
Oh, we're gonna be dying.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be
dying out there.
Well, hopefully not as bad as last June where we had silicone masks attached to our face, where it was really like.
At least everything's removable this time.
Yeah, so there can be breaks, better breaks in between.
Real breaks.
Yeah.
More than just popping a chest plate open and hoping for the best. But
yeah.
like, Barissa's basically wearing a fucking tracksuit.
I know, that poor little guy. I mean, he's definitely gonna change after the contest. And then I don't know what we're gonna do on Sunday. Do we bother dressing up, or are we just gonna wear whatever?
I have not gotten that far. I'm still trying to get Sunday or Saturday fit done. I still have welding to do when I'm done with this. When the stream's over, I got welding to do still. Because I'm building my parts and my costume. My costume still needs welding, sewing, modification, and yeah.
I got some sewing to do too. So we're all Bruce doesn't need
And
to.
we
His
still have
is
to
pretty.
figure out your makeup. Yeah, we got
Yeah.
Bruce done.
Yeah, Bruce's is
And we got to
done.
figure out your makeup.
Yeah, we still. I gotta.
Well, I gotta-
Maybe I should play with that too. I have ideas.
Plus, I got to finish the fabrication of your torso, which will, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot to do. Another con is happening at the same time as Sinister. I think you're right. I think it's like Fire and Ice or something, and I believe it's in Roseville. If I remember right, is it the same? Are we talking about the same one, Sewong? I just want to be sure. I know you'll respond when you have a moment, but that's what I'm thinking it is. Nope. Okay, so it's something else. Is it the Off-Kai one? Is that the one that's happening at Sinister Weekend? That's also going on.
Woo. Last piece. The heat and.
Ooh, the camera like edited weird. Like there was nothing. That all of a sudden, boom! It was there. That was freaky. It was freaky.
Wow.
It was just like a split second.
Would you guys be interested in learning a bunch of little weird tricks for working with foam?
Raise your hand if you want to learn something new. Or just type in I.
And I don't necessarily mean like right now. I mean like as an episode. Like tricks that you can do with foam.
Ashley said she'd be interested in that. So if we make like a little reel video or a video,
I don't know.
What are you talking?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes we don't have something we're building. It's rare.
Yeah. Oh, babe, did you see what happened to Evangeline's?
No.
On Monday, they had a fire, and so they're temporarily closed.
That sucks.
Yeah. Easy Money wanted to know our thoughts about what happened down at Evangeline's. It happened at like 1 in the morning. Huh?
Sounds like a homeless fire.
It
sounds like a homeless fire or bad electrical.
It's happened inside the first floor. So my guess is electrical because it was inside.
That sucks.
Yeah. And they were saying it was lucky the sprinkler system inside worked and went off. Otherwise, it could have damaged the entire building and other buildings next to it, which they're pretty much neck and neck to each other.
Well, they're connected buildings.
Yeah.
That used to be how they construct stuff because it was, well, one, it makes both buildings stronger. And two, getting that many bricks together to build a wall or that much labor together to build a wall, it's not easy back when a lot of those buildings were originally built.
Yeah.
So, and it's not the first time that building has been on fire. That's pre-Evangeline's is part of that history of that building. Is it was on fire at one point on the third floor.
Oh. Well, this one was on the first. But yeah, that kind of sucks.
First time it's on fire.
Yeah, that's not that we don't have our quick go-to for costume things for a little while.
Oh, I'm gonna be down in Fontana. I can go to that Halloween store again.
True.
Oh, I gotta be careful down there. I gotta watch what areas I go to down there right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the safest of places up there. Not that SoCal ever really is.
But right
It'll be
now,
more hectic than normal.
yeah.
More
Sure.
hectic than normal.
I didn't think about that when you said that you were going to go down there. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
No.
Little piece of dead grass. Fake dead grass. So this wood is going to be decorated with mosses and stuff, so it just has to be in the ballpark. I could actually probably start cutting things, make it more wood shaped. Let's go knife or Sharpie. Sharpie or knife? Do we plan or do we just go?
Let's plan so we don't have to cut more foam if there's a mess up. So he's sketching it out very carefully.
I mean, I freestyled that one that you have.
This came out really damn good. I mean, I know it's just a practice one, and I see some little touch ups, but other than that, it's pretty good. What do y'all think that came in after I held this up? Does this look like a believable piece of tree bark?
Like, I made that in the middle of the night while frustrated. And my other stuff wasn't cooperating.
So you guys are seeing this live, Jeff trying something out for the first time. Like, he didn't try to figure it out before, he or knew something he had done before and is doing again on the show. He's really just trying to do it live and seeing what works best for this. And yeah, like you said, he did the testers because he was up frustrated about other parts of other projects.
TIG welder not cooperating.
Yeah. And while I'm talking, you guys hit the thumbs up, please, when you are watching all the things, because that that helps us out. It helps out Distance Nerding, helps us, helps Kyra Cave. It helps. We mostly pod out at night. It helps Frey Girl. It helps Should Do Studios. It helps everybody. So go to them and hit. If you're not subscribed to any of the ones I said, hit subscribe and also hit the thumbs up.
The geek, whatever.
Huh?
What is it? Geek
Freaks. Geek Freaks.
Yeah,
yes, you guys go over to Geek Freaks as well, because Distance Nerding is part of the Geek Freak Nation. I think that's how they say it. If a Distance Nerding is in the chat, just correct me if you can. If I did it wrong. And I do believe they're working on their other video that Jeff recorded at Gem State Comic-Con. If you guys watch their show, you know which one it is. If not, why don't you watch them too? They're on Tuesdays and Thursdays and sometimes Fridays. That's why we picked Wednesday. And just before Graveyard goes on at 7 in 30 minutes.
think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to focus on this one board so that we can try to get something out.
Okay, so they can see a finished product, and then we can keep going afterwards, listening to Graveyard.
We can do like I did with Bruce and teach you how I did this, and you can just keep going.
Or I can also finish the skirt.
I have welding to do. I have bigger tungsten.
So hopefully that should work, and you can get those pieces done.
Yeah, I think what I was doing was I was overheating my tungsten, and that's why it was turning into a liquid bulb. Oh no! I started reading the manual today.
Oh,
Learned a couple things. Best part of this is if I mess up and I don't cut it quite perfectly, it doesn't really matter because it just makes it more natural.
true. It just adds to the uniqueness of it. And are you going to use possibly the same painting technique that you did on the sample, or are you thinking of doing something else?
I'm roughly going with the same thing as the sample. I drew all my patterns on the back so they wouldn't bleed through any paint work I do. Realistically, I should spray this with Plasti Dip. But I don't know if I'm going to. Plasti Dip will give it a flexible base for all the paint to stick to so it doesn't crack as easily. But honestly, with it being wood, I'm less worried about it cracking. What's it going to do? Look like flaking? Oh, wow. You mean like wood does?
Now, is it like supposed to be just planks of wood that are broken up like a floor, or is it supposed to be some other type of wood?
It's supposed to be like a tree trunk stood up. Well, you picture if a tree trunk stands up, it's going to have to flex, which means the harsh outside edge is going to get crunched and broke up a little bit.
Okay.
And that is our shape. Cannot see the color, but you can see the shape.
Yeah, we can see the shape. It's like really bright, but I can see the shape. I dropped my phone.
The ugly color that I am using for my base tone is a mixture of black and this brown, classic caramel.
Ooh, caramel. Sounds tasty.
All I did stir those two together. And more brown. I will probably, one thing I did not do to that one that I will probably do to this one at some point, once I get them all done, is I'll bust out the airbrush. And I will probably take the airbrush tool along. And I'm just basically doing a wash on this whole thing here. very heavy wash on this whole thing. Because a bunch of it's going to get wiped back off. But I do want to make sure I get all on the sides. So for this work, this should be a good color for like the shadowing and stuff like that in between the pieces. But I do want to make sure I get the sides real good. All these lovely little bits on the end.
The bits?
Give me the bits.
The bits.
But Steven says, give me the bits.
The bitty bits. And you're just painting over it.
I'm just literally soaking the whole thing. But because it's starting to get to that point where it's going to dry. And I'm pulling with it, so it will give it kind of that grain look.
Mm-hmm.
And you can start to see the wood coming out. In there. So you can start to get those ripples and stuff showing.
He has risen. Oh my gosh! The fuck? Sacramento Deadpool finally got in the chat 40 minutes later. Hi.
Stack Deadpool. We're naming the doggy that for the werewolf fodder. This feller. I know you've already seen the fur. So far, we have one name. So we're taking options. Maybe we'll pull them all, and then when Grave comes on, we'll let Grave pick the name.
What are we? The one option that we have is Hansi, because he's a German Shepherd. So if you have any other ideas, please bring them in. You're talking about plans for this weekend. Oh, because you're going to be at Sinister. Are the boys going to be at Sinister too, or it's not a weekend for them to be there? He is, and he's gonna be a guest. No, they won't. Oh,
be our guest. Be our guest.
Do you want to try the gray stuff? Say Wong's plans for the Bay is going to be in the Bay Area for the weekend. He's leaving us again. It's okay. We're going to have fun with all the creepy people. Because we like Sinister.
So I'm using a really cheap chip brush that I picked up. It's a nice skinny one. Just to kind of add a little bit of graininess to it in another color. I'm kind of brushing on the mat here a bunch of times, so I only have a little bit of paint on the brush. That way when I actually brush on the piece, there's not a whole lot of paint there to transfer over. You need a little more than that. There you go. That's all right.
Sacramento Deadpool, when you gave the plug, did you say we're going to be there defending our title? Just asking. Because that's what we're doing. It's basically what we do every time we're at Sinister now.
I mean, last time we only had sent Bruce in there to fight. We just kind of played background noise.
True, because we didn't have time to build anything else.
But you can see that lighter brown starting to make things pop.
Yeah, it looks like an old floorboard from a creepy house, like an old abandoned house.
Mm-hmm. If someone threw that at you and you didn't know better, you would flinch.
Yes. Okay. Well, if you go on again before the event, just throw it out there.
I got still a little bit of this guy. I got some oak brown. Oak the airbrush paint. This is like miniatures paint. What brush do we want to use? That looks fairly wispy. Shake the living crap. Yes, shake the living hell out of it. Even then, it didn't fully mix. There it goes. That's nice medium brown. Good one to do like.
That is interesting, Sacramento Deadpool. He is printing a U.S. agent / Captain America helmet. Curious of how that turns out. Sure, we'll see progress on your socials eventually. Cool. So, also, I'm working on Ghostbuster props. Oh, okay. So that's okay. So you are Say Wong is working on Ghostbuster props. Cool.
Nice.
That's very cool. So it seems like lots of people are working on stuff together. So
everyone's getting ready for the weekend.
Yeah. Everyone's getting ready. Working together. It's like
working
a group
for the weekend.
Working for the weekend. Ooh. He just texted to me. Ooh. It's hard to see with the light, so let me see if I can it's a little better, I think. So yeah, that's pretty freaking cool. The supports make it look like it's a face. And it's like a skeleton type face if you don't know what you're looking at, which I think is kind of cool.
When I get back from being in SoCal, I need you to come by because I want to start my Deadpool mask up, and I want you to be here to help me re-level everything and all that stuff and get it all prepped, tactical.
You are being summoned to the House of DeLong, Sacramento Deadpool, in a week or later. Yeah, because now you do guest spots on Distance Nerding for game nights. You need a nice background, like we have nice backgrounds and stuff.
We had them first.
Well, he's trying to make masks and helmets to hang on his wall.
Yeah, but we had him first.
Yeah.
And then
he said he will be there, so just call his name and he'll be there. Right? Am I taking it too far?
This is a completely clean brush that I'm using right now.
We did have
you on using to kind of blend. starting to see the darker browns in there and stuff.
Well, yeah, I'm seeing the wood, what you call them, crease vein thingies.
Grain.
Yeah, grain. There you go.
Yeah.
So yes, Sacramento, but we had you on first because you are a maker, and so are we. We had you on.
Okay.
So I guess in a
Well,
sense he was our first guest ever.
that's one board payment.
Yeah,
And
one
they're
board
also
payment.
there'll be
Oh, yeah.
mosses and all kinds of fun at it later. We got about 15 minutes left.
Yeah.
I have another look you guys can have.
Yeah. We're reading the same comment. We're like, oh.
Right. But I think I'm going to set these aside. Switch cameras here. We start coming back over.
Well, yeah, Zach, well, any materials you want to give us, we'll take because we're kind of material hoarders like that.
Yeah. So, let's see if this camera sees it better. This is a 4K fancy camera.
Try it again. That was it. Ooh, I can see the lines way better that way. Yeah. You made some.
And the thing, remember, guys, that started like this. And then I did the heat pressure. That has, you could kind of see the texture and the shadows there.
Sacramento Deadpool says that looks really good. And I can't wait to see
it. We'll be adding, once we add it to the main piece it goes to, and all the pieces are attached, we can take it and we'll be adding mosses and plants and such to kind of blend / hide the stitch, and yeah, we'll be just adding stuff in there. Unfortunately, there's certain glues we will not be able to use. That would be ideal, but oh well.
Yeah, because materials they're gluing onto.
Well, not even that. It's just, if you use hot glue, it will not paint.
Yeah.
Hot glue would be wonderful to be able to just be like dab, plant. But if it's visible, hot glue will not paint.
Mm.
And then super glue will paint. We can use super glue. Final alk blade. But hot glue, which would be like one of my first choices for a draw like this normally, or silicone, because silicone's nice and flexy. Can't really do either of those.
Mm.
We could do hot glue if we push them through, and then like if we were putting a plant on there and we pushed it all the way through and then did it on the back, we could do it then. Oh, and we got shrooms. I forgot we still have shrooms.
Oh yeah, we have some shrooms we have not used for other elements.
Yeah. So we have shrooms we can add to this too. Which would make sense, especially I have those ones, the shelving style ones that grow out the side of the tree and the logs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We have some of those. So those would actually really, really make sense on this coming out of the wood. But yeah.
You don't know what we're using these shrooms for.
I mean, there's already 2 freaking red and white ones, psilocybins, magic mushrooms on the costume.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we got about 10 more minutes here, so I'm gonna say
Cosplay plans recap. So again, we will be this weekend at Sinister Creature Con. This
and us,
both
no only us.
days. Huh?
Us, only us, no one else here.
Yeah, we're gonna be there. And so will be Sacramento Deadpool. Are we doing Oh, yeah, we're gonna see Sacramento Deadpool on Sunday and something that's not Deadpool. You guys have to come and see what that will be. So we will be there both days. Sack Geeks will be there. More than likely on Sunday, I will be hanging out at the Sack Geeks booth. Girl Mode Official will be there, hanging out at the Sack Geeks booth as well. So come over there and also say hey to her and me when we're there. After that, Sack Geeks, speaking of, has again another Geek Pride Market Night on Thursday the 27th at Lucid Winery. You guys scan the QR code to get your tickets. It's going to be a lot of fun. Anne will be there too. She's going to be at Geek Pride Market. Or just that Sinister. Gotta specify. I'm being an ass. And then at the very end of June, we're traveling out to Nerdville Comic-Con in Watsonville, California, in the Santa Cruz area. So we're going to check that out and maybe hit the beach too and hang out. So if you guys are interested in going there, go to nerdville.com or go to Nerdville on their Instagram. And I believe from there they have the links to get the tickets and you can check it out too and have some fun. It's one day only on a Sunday, so plan accordingly. And Anne will be there too at Sinister, and she is a model for a makeup artist that's going to be there. So that about does it for the month of June and our plans for June.
We are working on getting prizes together for when we hit 200. We already know I'm making a Bluey dice tray, a Doom mask, a Star Wars lamp. We have that prize that you just got us.
Oh yeah, a Witcher figure. I don't even know the character, guys. Sorry. It's not even out in the kitchen anymore. I don't even know where it is. But yeah, I got this giant.
Or no, on top of
it. Okay. Oh yeah, I see it now. But yeah, I got like this 10-inch tall figure, and we're not big fans of Witcher, so it could be something that we will give to you guys, our loyal friends and fans, as long as we get to 200 subs. We are currently at 105, so 95 more subs to go. Spread the word.
Alrighty. Let's see. I'm not finding what I was looking for. All right. Well, 54. Don't forget, in like 5 minutes here, go check out Graveyard. Mostly pots out at night. Yeah. Oh, I know what else prize we're giving away.
What else? What we're
the Leopleurodon, Charlie.
Oh, yeah, the Leopleurodon.
We have the Leopleurodon, and then I'm going to be reprinting this guy in a slightly different filament. And this is the Bluey's dice tray.
Now, that's not a main Bluey character. Who is that?
I can never something corn.
Unicorse?
Corn?
I think it's Unicorse.
Ask Bruce.
Bruce!
We will be giving away one of these dice trays. A dice drop in the back of the head.
What is Jack's name? What's it called?
Unicorns!
Unicorse. I was right.
And what should I get?
And those of you who know our son, he just went and skipped away back to his room.
Yes. Come up with a name for this.
Yeah.
And then when we have Grave on, we will
let him pick.
We'll talk to him about it and figure out a name for it. We will be scheduling him hopefully within the next couple of weeks because I want to get that knocked out probably the first weekend of July. First week of July there.
So 4th of July? Because the 4th is on a Friday.
Yes. Yes, since I have the 3rd off. So I figured that will probably be the 2nd, and then we'll do the 2nd will be the stream I'm going to try to make the 2nd the stream with Graveyard if possible, and then do the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, minus the time I go over to Phil's, finishing up that dog.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly doing other live streams because I have 2 days off. Plus,
I only have that 1 day off, so I don't have the 3rd.
Yep.
So you get to be home with the boy.
I will probably do what I normally do and obsess focus on something and just go way too hard on it. But yeah, I need to go do that soon. Although it's 7 almost, so it should actually be cooling down finally.
Yeah, hopefully. It should.
Because I really don't want to weld in the heat. Plus, the welder doesn't like the heat. Plus, the regulator didn't like the heat. And yeah, all kinds of the fun.
It's still 97 outside.
You.
Me?
Maybe you'll swim. Maybe I'll work on something in here real quick and then go out there. I did bring my light home, so I can work till, 2, 3 in the morning. We'll be fine. Sleep it for the week.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to get those stilts done no later than tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because if I do not have them done tomorrow, I get 0 practice in them.
Okay.
So, yeah. I might die. So go to Symmetry. You might see me die. I'm custom building freaking stilts. I'm going to be freaking huge, and I might fall from freaking way up high and die.
See, that's why I feel like we need a handler.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Or Sacramento, you're going to be there. Maybe you can walk around with us and make sure Jeff doesn't die.
My one upside is I actually have something where I can reach down and touch the ground. So.
So it looks like we have 1 minute. You guys go over to Graveyard. Tell them we said, hey.
Yes. I am not even sure who he's talking to. I tried to look it up real quick while you were talking, but I couldn't find it. So I'm sure, or it was just my internet being lame. But yeah, go over there, say hi to Graveyard, and remember, be a maker, not a hater. Bye-bye.